Hello, everyone. I'm trying to turn off emote-only chats, and none of the buttons to do so are working. Oh, there we go. Spoke too soon. I grant you all permission to use words once more. And here I am. Oh, that's a little blurry. Been a little while since we streamed. I know. And in particular, this game. Thank you all for bearing with me. Last week was kind of rough, and I just needed a little time to just unwind and take some days off. But we're getting back in the car today. I think we are in the final stretch of this game. I want to say there are 4 chapters to get in the car loser, and we just finished chapter 3. And we are about to start chapter 4. And I think I need to do some shopping at the beginning of this chapter, and I am liable to forget, even though we are about to start, so please remind me. Thank you, Cher. That corner of my messy room. Alright. Who's ready to jump in? Let's do this. I should probably open the game. My brain's not entirely here. Please bear with me to give you an idea of the current state that I am in. I just went into the kitchen to go get myself a little bit more coffee, filled up my cup, and then immediately poured it all in the sink. I have no idea why, but that's where I am this afternoon. I almost said this morning. Let's get started. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's okay. Despite that, I am still in a good mood. I am not gonna let that ruin today's session of getting the car loser. Let me turn the volume down before I blow my eardrums out. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, and we've got the gacha pool, which I discovered is not worth it. I am also flat broke. And we did go shopping. Never mind. You don't have to remind me, chat. One less responsibility on your shoulders. And we spoke to everyone. Do we have any sticker points? We do. What's behind the counter? Nothing we can buy. We can get stickers. They are so cute. Yeah, gotta load up on the essentials before we hit the road. Alright. Blown all of my money on snacks and stickers, just like real life. Let's do this. Let's go.
Hi. Sorry, the person who normally does this no, but we're required to do these station identifiers every hour, so I guess I'm filling in.
This is such a mood.
Hi, I'm Christine. No, I'm DJ Love, and I know things might seem scary right now, but I've got some ominous pieces to get you through today's ominous vibes.
Uh-huh.
Hey, looks like you got things under control. You're back. Oh, thank God. Do you want to do
I feel like that's how I probably was my first few streams, just like, oh, hi,
Let's do it. You're listening to One Megahertz on the cosmic wavelength, the spirit of the times. Was that good? Nailed it, babe.
Christine. Who's Christine? All I heard was DJ Love. Ooh, one minute. Gotta take in the new background. It is snowing. And, let's see. Let's pick our fight first. Okay, we're on 33 kilometers. Closest one. How's our average party level? Level Ink 8. Do I want to throw on the devil clock? Let's throw it on. Let's talk. Can I express a maybe controversial opinion? Please, warm our hearts that have long chilled from the snow with thy hottest of takes. I have missed these idiots. Oh wait, the fights got farther away. Okay, so here's my hot take. This road is not very good. Hello, Mrs. Linja. Might even be bad. I knew Lesser Anastasia was gonna suck, but I didn't realize how bad the scale of it would be. You know, it's real comforting, actually. We're clearly going to come back from this trip fine. Because there is absolute... No, I saw smoke. I saw smoke. This is not good. Because there's absolutely no way I'm dying in a place that fucking sucks this bad. The curse of the machine devil... The curse of the machine devil's frozen body seems to extend further than I believed possible. Does he gain in strength even now? It's gotta suck to be one of the researchers here, or one of the people running the restaurants for him. Yeah, the machine devil doesn't tip. Wait, hold up. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like, this is where Agi of Roses died. That also sucks. Well, rip to Agi of Roses, but I'm built different. But if someone dealt me a fatal amount of damage on this shitty frozen mountain, I would simply choose to not die. Heard it here, folks. If someone deals you a fatal amount of damage, just say no. They can't kill you if you don't let them. No, honestly, I believe that. What's with the conspicuous silence, Angela? Seen a vision of the future that proves I'll have a different fate? Because I don't believe in fate. No, not at all. Actually, I cannot see what the future holds in store, and that worries me. I know not how to sit with such foreboding. Well, first off, we're gonna punch the machine devil 1,000 years into the future, and this shitty icy crater is gonna continue to be ice, and the world won't even burn a little. Then I'm gonna eat a fucking cheeseburger. God, that sounds like a good time. Damn, that is a good plan. What about you? Damn, I don't know. Probably quit my TA job. I was thinking of doing that anyway. It doesn't pay well, and I gotta get out of school for good. Quit smoking for sure. For real this time. If you can kill the machine devil, I can do that. I see you. I'm sure you've got ideas too, Sam. Oh yeah, for sure. If we make it through this. Oh, rowdy! Okay, so we've got flustered. I'm going to live forever. Not sure how that's flustered. Dramatic. I'll reveal my shocking secret at last. It's her crush on everyone. Heroic. I'm going to dedicate myself to justice. Sam like. I'm gonna study extra hard. Sincere. I won't live in fear any longer. Or we have to do it. Rowdy. I'm gonna confess to my crush. I'll confess to everyone I've got a crush on. I bet they'll be impressed when I'm a hero of legend. Yeah? Who's that? I don't know. Haven't thought it out that far. I'm sure I can find someone else I get flustered over. I'm real good at that. You are, Sam. Oh, well, good luck. But you know what I really want after all this? I could really go for some fat fucking stacks. You gotta wait. Angela's got those now. Tis true. My stacks are robust indeed. What? No, shut up. I meant like pancakes. Fat stacks of pancakes at the diner. We surely go to after the battle. I think Angela's got some fat stacks of cakes. I don't want Angela's boobs. I'm not even looking at them a little. I've never done that. Only looked respectfully. I meant something extremely innocent. Someone else, Sam? No, girl, you're... No, Sam is allowed to have as many crushes as she wants. Minimum 3. It's okay to acknowledge them. All facets of mine are embodied are gifts. And for an ally as appreciated as thyself, it makes me happy to share. We all need a friend like Angela, huh? Seriously, after all that existential crisis felt, forget it. After all, what? But, oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna think I'm an idiot if I explain. Thou art welcome to keep all thy secrets to thyself. I think thine image of mystery is cool and alluring. Please never think I would look down upon thee. It's true, Sam's all about the image of mystery. Sometimes I think she's inventing new things to be mysterious about just to keep it up. Okay, I'm gonna cut this preamble short in the hopes that this doesn't get out of control. I really want to emphasize that I just meant pancakes. Also, I think your boobs are cool and I wish mine were that powerful. How did this even become a thing? I have such a headache. Sam, everyone thinks they're good. That's just facts. Are we talking about pancakes or Angela's boobs? No. Actually, it doesn't matter which, huh? I just think it's really unfair that you have such a kind and gentle and perfect personality and a pair of serious warlocks. Damn, the sorceress of warlock envy? That's the true dark. Now, there's the rowdiness. Oh, I was thinking about the darkness in your cheeks right now, though. Clearly, I'm just suffering from the warlock hex. Alright, let's... Oh, I've got to remember how to fight now. Okay, ooh, that kinda hurt. Oh, they are not taking much damage. Also, always be mugging. Always be mugging. I believe I forgot to mug. Let's just... Oh, I forgot I switched to... I forgot to re-equip Zantetsuken. Right, because I changed to Zantetsuken thinking it would be useful for the boss fight, and then Dead Name just immediately killed the entire party before I could even use it. Right. So let's fix that in our equipment. I forgot how the controls work. There we go. Literally, what the fuck are you two even saying? You're just saying words. Stop it. Sam, dost thou still have a headache? I know a folk cure which I believe may remedy thine ailment. I once heard that if one puts their head some... I like that cure. I like that cure for a headache. Also, Mrs. Luncha, you are right. Damn, the confidence of Angela, huh? Angela's picking the rowdy options. Oh, I meant to... I accidentally banished the one that I had not mugged yet. Because my thought was switch targets, mug so that I would have mugged both of them, and then banish one. Which I'm not sure how well that shows up during battle, but I'll try to kind of explain it next time I do it. You can change which enemy you're targeting by holding Q, and then using the arrow keys to change targets. So in fights like that, where there's only 2 enemies, kind of my strategy has been to mug one of them, switch targets, mug the other, and then you quickly use Zantetsuken's ability to banish that second one. And I just forgot. I once heard that if one puts their head somewhere soft, their headache will melt away. Thou should try resting thy head against my chest for a spell. Are you trying to kill me? Nay, I was hoping to bring thee life. Well, I mean... Yes! Sam, please. I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh, they are having so much fun back there, Grace. Y'all having fun back there? Yeah, you're right. This is... yes! I need some water. I'm getting quite thirsty. Good. Hey Grace, I think I'm feeling a headache coming on too. Hey Val, I think keep your eyes on the road, please. Okay, so admittedly your face is kind of upside down from this angle, but you look worried, Angela. Do you want to talk? Oh, what's going on in Angela's head? It's not worries I am burdened by, 'tis something else. I feel as though all of thy plans for the future have been enviable, but as for mine own fate, I know not what will come of me after this quest. Even something as simple as promises of frivolous victory plans find themselves so far outside mine imagination. Aww. I believed I could come up with a silly punchy answer to accompany all of thine, but instead I find myself at a loss. I suppose such a thing is indeed a worry. I mean, being a pillow for Sam sounds fun. Oh, you want silly and frivolous, huh? Why didn't you say so? I'm a fucking expert at that. This is true. Sam, you've never been silly or frivolous in your life. You're like whatever the opposite side of that axis is. Serious and serious. Okay, fine. Well, here's my super serious plan, Angela. Let's go shopping together. Shopping? I mean, we gotta get you a new dress that isn't torn up, right? To be fair, the dress is hot as hell. And it is. Also, like, I was about to poll chat, since we are in a cold area with snow. Should I switch out of the swimsuits back to their regular wear? But I already know the answer to that. Yeah, and that's the problem. We gotta fucking nerf her power a little. I would be honored. Then 'tis settled. After the conclusion of our adventure, I will remain in thy service until I have acquired a dress of thy pleasing. Hey, could you phrase that in literally any other way, please? Sounds like a great service, Sam. Goth Ultra Babe makeovers. You guys. I want more flustering of Sam. Okay. I'm gonna switch to the mug setup. We have mugged the first one. I'm switching to the second. We are going to mug him. Quickly Zantetsuken him away. Now we only have to worry about the one. I'm gonna switch back to this setup, because this is the one that has rust. And that reduces their rank which makes the battle far more tolerable. Gaming. Oh wow, my hair's kind of disappearing from the chroma key. Huh. Might finally be ascending to angelhood like Angela, spinning the lights around me. Alright, let's stop for gas. Oh yeah, the Treasure Bureau. Oh yeah, also I think I mentioned this last time. Let's activate all these. There are 3 DLC chapters for this game. But only one is available at the moment, and I don't know when the others are supposed to be released. It just says TBA. And I'm assuming I'm gonna finish the game before the next one comes out. But when those DLC chapters do come out, I do want to come back and stream those. Those are future plans that I have with this game. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, we definitely need fuel. Just don't have enough money for stuff, huh? Other than more stickers. And actually, we could probably upgrade some of this equipment. Let's see. Oh yeah, we definitely need to upgrade some of this stuff. And it's hard to tell right away what has been upgraded and what has not. Let's see. Taunt heal. Taunt burst. What's taunt burst? Becomes invincible while making all attacks target them instead of allies for several seconds, but becomes extra vulnerable after. Lasts 15 seconds. And then you have to wait 45 seconds before you can use it again. Oh. Go with this. Let's use some stickers. So I think what we originally had was... Right, we had a glove of Sir Robin and it did nuclear damage. But I feel like it's worth upgrading to a higher rank one, even if it doesn't have the nuclear. Ooh. Floor blade. Fixed point. That does nuclear. Raises stagger meter to fixed state, but subsequent uses will not raise it. I'm having trouble talking. Raises stagger meter to fixed state, but subsequent uses will not raise it further. Decide if that's... No, let's just put another... Do a holy pole arm. No. I want to do it. Wait. This does... Oh, right, but that rest detonates, so we don't want that. And I finally figured out what... Actually, let me explain that. So, this equipment, it's It has Rust 8+. Inflicts Rust 8 on a single enemy, which deals damage periodically and increases the Rust meter. And Rust, as it builds up, decreases an enemy's rank. And that other piece of equipment we have that deals Rust, inflicts Rust 8, it specifically says that it does not detonate the built-up effect. This one says it does. And I was wondering what that meant, that it detonates it. So I looked it up. And it means once it has filled up all the way and it detonates it, it resets it to 0. And you have to build it back up again. So I don't quite feel it's worth it. When we have other attacks that will... We have a way of setting Rust that will not detonate and will not reset. Do we have any other things that are rank? This. Okay, we need to upgrade that. Yeah, we'll just give Val 2 holy pole arms, dual wielding pole arms. I have not used the field guides once. That's probably why the boss fights, I keep losing them first, second, third, fourth, most tries. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. We went shopping. We have healed up. We have refueled our gas. We've gotten quests from the Travel Bureau. We're ready to hit the road. Let's go. We're ready to be gay again. Hey, Angela, you're really smart when it comes to cosmology, right?
There's something in the air, the cloud of dust that trails behind us. It casts into a shape.
Angela's like, there's a battle. Oh, I didn't. Wait, Ravage plus. Oh, I haven't upgraded. I did forget to replace one piece of equipment on Sam. Why isn't this thing dying? It's reflecting damage. Oh. Smite only. What does that mean? What is...
It's growing stronger still. A chance to look away has passed us. That it is.
I messed up.
A tear across your cheek, the pulse unforeseen.
I'm gonna reload. I don't know how to smite. Try this again. Let's go faster.
There's cloud of dust that trails behind us. It casts into a shape enough to be divine suggestion. A blessing from beyond, a plea to something deeper than us.
Block effect, reflect. Is that what's causing it? Okay. There we go. The concept of smart may not be the relevant issue. It would be like asking if thou art really smart on the subject of thy legs. Greater cosmology of the universe is simply an extension of my being. Or rather, my being is an extension of it. I cannot help but be in tune with it. Damn, that's deep. Hold up. For the record, I don't know shit about my legs. There's like bone and muscle inside, I guess. I don't even know which muscle does what. I was about to say, like, that's fair. Like, just because I have a body does not make me an expert on how my body operates. Like, I can't even figure out my brain some days. All I can tell you is that leg day is boring as hell. At least Val does not skip leg day. All I know about Sam's legs is that she shouldn't have spent all of school hiding them in those shitty baggy uniform pants, so I appreciate her making up for lost time now. For real, big fan of that view. Wait, what? Sam, you're in the front row of every battle. Oh, I do like the flustered answer, so you could stare at my ass? Dramatic. Yeah, so I don't get distracted. Heroic. That's what it means to be a healer. Sam, like, could you clarify, please? Sincere. Thank you. Rowdy. Well, you better be appreciating. Yeah, I am torn. Chat, I need your help. I need your help, chat. I'm starting a poll. Why is Sam in the front row? Flustered. You stare at ass. Oh, that won't fit. That fits. Or Rowdy. Alright, you have 1 minute. The poll is starting. Wait, content. Oh, it doesn't like that I used ass. It's starting now. Feel free to throw channel points. Yeah, I put flustered or ass stares or Rowdy. Oh wait, I just realized I'm kind of blocking Rowdy. I've got an idea. Now I'm in the car. There we go. How are we doing? How are the votes? And it has ended. Rowdy wins with 3 points. Or 3 votes. Yeah, I don't know where we're going either. I guess we're going with the Rowdy option. But you better be appreciating it because I sure did not drag my ass across 2,000 kilometers of countryside in 3-inch heels for it to be ignored. I should restock while it's on my mind. Okay, we don't need more energy. Why did I never think to put myself in the car? That way I'm not blocking stuff. Honestly, it's super impressive. Of course. If you really wanted us to appreciate more, maybe consider a shorter cape? I think what's really good is that you can only sometimes get a peek because of the wind. Well, you've all really been thinking about this, haven't you? Sam, you just said yourself, 2,000 kilometers in the car. Of course they have. Appreciating, Sam, appreciating. We are looking respectfully at your ass and legs. Grace, weren't you gonna say, like, literally anything else to Angela? Like, at all? Oh, yes. Why dost thou inquire about my knowledge of cosmology? Right, I've got a billion questions about, you know, the universe or whatever. Understood. I know many things about both the universe and whatever. I only know about whatever. It would be my pleasure to answer any question that might assist. Sure, how about like... Okay, lightning round. I'll name a thing from mythology and you tell me if it exists. Very well, proceed. Werewolves. As thou art aware, real. Vampires. Upcoming fight. We'll find out the truth about vampires after this fight. Mrs. Linja, but now you're in the car with the bad guys, Robin? Or now you're also with the bad guys? Well... I was gonna say now I get to see the whole party, but I did have a nicer view when I was behind them. I'm gonna have to rethink this placement. That's where I'll need to figure out how to quickly rig it up so I can swap sides on the fly. Okay, so I see. We'd make a scene that's the same aside from webcam placement. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Also, I realized I said I was gonna swap out that piece of equipment, but I don't really have anything better to put there. Also, we need to take our... Oh! I did not mean to use that. I meant to use the 5 battle energy. Because again, I'm loving this game, but the controls sometimes... Okay, and let's head toward this fight. Vampires, also real. Tsuchinoko. Oh, I love Tsuchinoko. That little snake. Real. Ley lines. Utterly false. Get out of here with that shit. Heterosexuality. Sorry, never heard of such a thing. Damn, me neither. You heard it here, folks. Heterosexuality, false. Angela out here just spitting facts. Okay, so that... The bottom left, I am slightly covering meter, but there are 2 bars that fill up when we have the devil clock on. And each one has a different effect it applies. And it looks like most of the time it's just extra damage and double damage, but the reflect one is a problem because that looks like it deals any damage I do is dealt back to me. And if it's smite only, I guess it means only smiting will harm enemies, but I have no clue how to smite. Is it the Sword of Fate? No. Okay, I don't know how to smite. Pico Draconis, where does that leave me? A good question. Never heard of heterosexuality. Yeah, if we're asking questions, Angela, you said before that you're as strong as all of us, right? Does that also mean Angela is gay as all of us? Ooh, I want to get rid of the shield dude. Because those effects, when they kick in, are gonna be a problem. Sally's gone. Oh, we stole illegal fireworks? What did those do? Oh, I can't check, right, because I don't have them in my item hotbar. Instantly stagger selected target in battle. That's cool. Staggering hasn't been that hard to pull off though with our loadout, so I don't... A knife! Countess... You know what? You know what? I think it's actually worth having a knife. It's just a box cutter. Okay, I think it's worth carrying around a knife just in case. Oh, and a hero. Oh, level 10? 3 foes. No, we're not doing the clock for that. That sounds like a bad time. Essentially, yes. I can fight not with my soul's full strength or 'twould violate certain rules. But if thou handest me a rank 9 item, it will be as strong in my hands as in thine. Okay, right, but like, when you die in battle... Hey, wait a goddamn minute. You see where I'm going with this? I'm not... Oh, are they trying to say Angela's not really dead when, like, he dies in battle? Looks like she's actually... Oh shit, one of them's a bomb. I think I want to get rid of the bomb. Oh, there are 2 bombs. Let's turn the clock back on. I don't. I hate to see it when girls die. Well, technically, I'm not a girl, and I'm not capable of dying. Right. Angela, if you're stronger than us, then that means you have way more than 100 hit points, right? So could you please explain what precisely you are doing when you die in battle? Oh, too simple. I am merely laying down as an expression of solidarity. So literally every time I've healed you, you have in fact been fine and not even a little bit hurt. Well, yes, but considered thusly. I did not maintain the charade of normal human strength, the Divine Order would throw their full strength at that capture. Oh my god, you are killing me. Please don't die, Sam. I would be sad if you died. I too. Wait, actually, hey, Angela, when goths die, do they explode into like a bunch of bats? Wow, that would be goth as fuck. Holy shit. That's... Oh right, Angela will know. Angela speaks the truths. No, don't let girls die. Dude, I just said. I am unaware of the answer to that question. But pray let us not find out. Man, if that is true, like... I want to be goth. I want... Like... I want my death to be rad as fuck and for it to cause as many problems as possible for bigots. That is my goal. And we've got one enemy. Oh, we know what to do when there's only one enemy. Mash W! How did we get hit? I'm with Sam. That's how I feel about us still getting hit. We can fill up on gas at any point now, so we don't need to stop at a gas station. And there's no extra fee for filling up on the road. Oh, fuck. Excuse me, are you just standing here by the side of the road harassing everyone who comes by? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, what the fuck? We know what to do with assholes. Send them straight to the shadow realm. Yeah, that dude is nowhere even remotely correct. Sam is hot. Is even just healing going to turn into a fight now? Oh. Oh. Huh. Did my 5 battle energy run out? Oh, it's still going. Well, if we're only fighting one guy at each healing station, then like that's not a problem because we can just instantly nuke him. I probably should have stopped at the gas station now that I think about it, because we could have gone shopping. Huh. I did not think that one through, chat. You've been even more quiet than usual, Angela. Huh. Oh, we gotta take these guys out quickly, because these are the ones that reflect. Have smite only, but we have the knife. We have the knife if it comes to that. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay. I suppose I have been increasingly pensive? Actually, don't know how that's pronounced. As our final battle approaches. Much to think about. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. We all are. I do not think thou wouldst understand. I doubt 'twould be productive. Aw, Angela, come on. Give us a shot. It's good to just even get your thoughts out. So I thought myself before, but actually everyone was really nice. To be fair, I get why Sam was feeling bad, but I sure don't fucking understand how anyone could not love her completely. My sympathy is appreciated, but it is not about personal hatred. I am dwelling on issues involving cosmology beyond mortal perception. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Thinking about space freaks me out. Might help you to talk about it anyway, though. Yeah, like that's how I feel. It's like, even if others can't like provide an answer, it's good just to have people who will listen so that you can talk stuff out loud. Because like, it tends to be like more emotions come out when you actually say something aloud. And yeah, there have been times where it's just like, I need to say something, even if someone cannot give me an answer to it. It's like, helps me kind of process. Alright. Flustered. It's fucked up you're allowed to feel bad. Dramatic? We're happy to listen. That's what friendship is. Heroic. Of course we'll listen. Can we do less? Sam like. Only if you want, of course. Sincere. You helped me. I'm happy to return the favor. Rowdy. Someone as strong as you can figure it out. I don't feel rowdy in this case. Like, if Angela's feeling bad. I'm actually kind of torn between Sam-like and Sincere. No, Mrs. Linja, I don't want to go rowdy this option because, like, I feel like that's not really a good answer when someone's like, you know, I'm struggling through this and like, it's kind of hard to talk about. It's like, I don't know. It's like, then I want to be like, hey, like, if you need to talk about it, like, I am here, even if I don't understand. Like, I want to help you out. I'm not going to be like, nah, you got this. You're strong. Sure, you like Sincere? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way as well. Let's go with Sincere. Angela, talking to you made me feel a lot better. I'd really like to return the favor if possible. Thank you. Perhaps thou art correct. You know, a programmer I dated once told me there was a thing called rubber ducking. Yes! I love rubber ducking! The idea is sometimes if you say your problem out loud, half the time you come up with the answer to your problem on your own. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, it's good just to be able to talk stuff out loud because, like, you process stuff differently. And also, like, for myself, I have to kind of think about how to word a lot of stuff, and then I actually have, like, vocabulary for how I am feeling, and it gives a better understanding of, like, why I am feeling the way I do to be able to assign words to it in that way. Also, like, my desk is covered with like figurines that I use for rubber ducking a whole lot, or even like I have a cat bed on my desk and the cats will sometimes jump in there, and like if I'm having a problem, I'll just turn and be like, hey, hello. Or for anyone who's ever like just talks with me aloud while I'm working on stuff, sometimes I'll just kind of ramble under my breath about what I'm doing. Even if it was just talking to a rubber duck. Just because putting it into words makes you, like, think about it different. Oh, I had no idea that the humble rubber duck was such an important tool when working with computers. Wow, I had no idea that you slept with fucking nerds. Shush, both of you, let Angela talk. Very well. Wow, it's somewhat more difficult than I imagined when placed under such a spotlight. Just start from wherever. I know each of you do not believe in any concept such as destiny, but I exist on a scale where I cannot help but see those patterns in the universe. We all exist on an eternal cosmic 1,000-year repeating cycle of birth and destruction. It is not a purposeful cycle, it is not engineered, it is simply a cycle that sustains itself. A cycle that brings chaos into the world. The chaos it brings is evil, but not all chaos is evil. Love is chaotic, youthful spirit is chaotic. concept of beauty only exists because it's fleeting. Such too is chaos. I have no dislike of chaos itself. Each of you are some of the most delightful agents of chaos I have encountered in my long existence. That is the weirdest compliment I've heard in my existence, but I'll take it. Yeah, but the Machine Devil is evil. You said it yourself before. It's a cycle that hurts people. Indeed, I do not believe I have stepped down a wrong path by following the road tread by the party. I know not what consequences will follow after. Already the cycle has been broken. The timing is wrong. The Divine Order hopes all remains in balance as it has for 100,000 years before. But, sorry Angela, there's an upcoming request fight. Hold that thought. Oh, it's a bomb.
The cloud of dust that trails behind us. It has into a shape enough to be divine.
I forgot to mug that bomb.
Something deeper than ourselves. Don't you feel it, babe? All calling from the spirit of the time.
Also, this bomb has a lot of health. Let's use our Prayer on the Wind. Speed up our actions for a bit. Oh, the other thing is healing? No. Oh, it is. Oh, right. We're fine. Everyone's okay. We are healed up. Also, let's refuel while we're here. Let's turn off the clock for this next battle, since it's rank 10. Oh yeah, that was a hell of a warning noise. That... I knew I was about to get fucked up. My capture by the Machine Devil's emissary, the theft of the Fated Sword, all means the cycle is different. The balance is already broken. Perhaps 'twas never truly a stable cycle at all. Perhaps this universe is all but the result of a coin landing on heads 100 times, and we are the fools saying, it has never landed on tails once, so worry not. Gambler's fallacy. Well, actually, no, the opposite. Where it's like, well, it's gotta be tails this time. This is more of it hasn't landed. Well, it's kind of opposite. It's the opposite. Yeah. Yeah. I see before me the entire fabric of the universe, and each event in the long thread in which the present is woven. I see no individual trees, merely a sprawling, eternal forest. Okay, no offense, Angela, but human lives are way more valuable and irreplaceable than trees. Oh. Oh, I should have left it as a... Should have left the clock on, because it didn't matter. Yeah, is there a phrase for like the opposite of the gambler's fallacy where it's like, normally in that case you would see it keep coming up heads and you would say, well, like, well, it's, you know, it's got to be tails this time because like it keeps coming up heads, so like it owes us a tails. Is there an opposite to that where it's like it keeps coming up with one outcome, so it's just like, well, it's got to just be that outcome forever? There's a phrase for that, right? Pop off our health. I agree wholeheartedly. Wrong button. Yeah, let's do this bureau request. 2 foes. I think we can beat the clock. I agree wholeheartedly. It would break my heart if I lost thee, Grace. I need no future vision to see that thy death, whenever it may be, bring me naught but sorrow. My perspective has failed me. Meanwhile, thou knowst nothing about thy place in the cosmos, no clue what consequences come from thy actions, no careful consideration. Oh, hydrate and posture check. Thank you, share. Oh yeah, I'm also seeing it's been an hour, and I was gonna keep this one a little short. So we'll do maybe a couple more battles, and then we'll call it for today. So, Mrs. Linja, I know you may want to hit break, but don't worry about it because we're gonna wrap up soon anyway. No careful consideration of thy place in the grand cycle. It's okay, Angela. You can just call us idiots. Thou merely rushed headlong and recklessly stole a sword because thou believed more people would be hurt if thou didst not. Okay, this is not a bad one. Oh, but Sam just... Oh. There are multiple enemies. There's more than just 2. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Might have to turn the clock off for this one. Come on, we gotta get around the heel. Ooh, these guys hurt. Oh, Val. Val, my pal. Val, my beloved.
It's growing stronger still, a chance to lose.
I'm sorry, Val. Get you back up on your feet.
To burst, will we prevail upon reflection? Until I cross your
Fill up that beautiful face of yours. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to redo this battle and turn off the clock. Unless... Yeah, there's more! At least we're getting to hear more of the song this time. Let's get back around to heal. Okay, I've kind of got a good cycle to go through now. Ooh! Didn't realize there was a little solo section of the song. Is this the last one? Is this the last? I think we're on the last one. There we go. Okay. I was really worried I was gonna have to redo that fight. Oh, which actually, hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying to decide if maybe this is a good point to call it for tonight. Maybe. Let's get healed up. Yeah, I think this is a good point to call it. The battle got a little intense. So yeah, thank you all for being here today. Like, this is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's definitely a good point to stop because my head's getting a little scattered now. So yeah, we will be back hopefully sometime this weekend for more Chicory. Gonna continue doing co-op in that. And I believe this weekend, Sanguinary Novel will be joining me this time. And then we'll be back sometime next week, next Wednesday for more of Getting the Card Loser. Yeah, I definitely need to call it here. I can't even figure out what I'm trying to say. Have a good night. Have a good night is what I'm trying to say, everyone.